I'm gonna show you how to go from this to this. This is the 2025 Hawk Vault. Yes. A new vault base, guys. It's been about 5 months since I've made a vault base design. Well, just a base design in general. All that I make is vault bases for those that may not know. But this right here is, so I'm going to be calling it the Hawk Vault. I had to start out with that corny ass intro right there. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to start changing how I speak as a content creator. Oh man, it's so bad. But no, so this right here, we're just going to instantly be getting started with the tour here. Instantly. First things first, very solo friendly, duo friendly, debatably trio quadro if you want to push it, okay? So yeah, this right here is like the start of the interior. Got a turret down here, some some storage. Now keep in mind, like whenever I show the tour for this, you're welcome to re-customize it however you want, you know? Make it how you like it. I'm here to mainly just provide a simple layout and base design that you are able to store into your memory very easily, okay? Once you build this base once, you can build it a million times. That's just, I don't know, like that's how I like to build my bases. But yeah, this right here is the core. I'm actually a really big fan of the core because you can actually fit 2 good beds inside of here, still maintain good storage, workbench in here, TC obviously. I like this core, I like it. And when it comes to the upkeep of the complete final version of this thing, 4,600 stone, 5k for eggs, 67 high qual, beautiful, I love that. 67 high qual is crazy. This is a fully armed, well, aside from the fountain, actually yeah, here, you know what? In real time, let's go ahead and just upgrade the fountain. I have to pick this up. Yep, just ruined the build. Yep, just ruined the build. Here we go. I'm gonna have to blame you to make myself feel better. Sorry, pal. But nah, before someone's like, Dylan, the foundations are not upgraded, pal. All right, 81 high qual. It's not that bad, okay? Plus, a lot of the time with sheet foundations, you can get by with it because people don't go for foundations, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, this up here is the start of the second floor. Oh yeah, so I am also incorporating this oil refinery if it wasn't already obvious enough. A viewer had recommended me to this a few months back, and I've started incorporating it into my past designs anytime that I use them, so yeah, I like that, Tier 2, beanbag, yada, yada, yada. Again, I highly suggest furnish it how you like, you know? You got 6 boxes here, you got 4 boxes here, got a couple mannequins with some loadouts right here ready to go. Got 3 more barrels up here, repair bench. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. One of the biggest things with this base design compared to all my other ones is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. We have got vertical honeycomb above the vault, as we can see. People have asked me, Dylan, why do you not include vertical honeycomb on your vault designs? I always felt like it messed up my second floors, but this time I went into it thinking, okay, I'm gonna try and make a base that has vertical honeycomb on top of the vault. And this right here works perfectly. And I'm excited to see how this actually works, like, whenever I get rated, because me getting top down is going to be a lot more expensive now, which I love, so, yeah. Vertical honeycomb on top of the vault now. Typical window floor. We have a door over here to, like, drop down if you want. And then you have 4 different peak doors right here that gives you full visibility. And then you also have a drop-down back door right here that you can drop down from. And even if you wanted to, just to make this more of like a secure secondary entrance, this would be optional. But you could just like build this right here all the way up with walls and whatnot. And just have ladders go all the way up just so you have like a back entrance, you know? I'm probably going to be doing that at different points in my wipe, so yeah. Thought that I would show that quick recommendation just in case if it interests anybody. Then we continue climbing up here. And we have the big ol' minicopter garage. Now inside this minicopter garage, I mean, you could probably fit like, what, 3, 4 minicopters inside of here? At least 2 easy. And then actually, real-time update, I would rather have 2 single doors right there, personally. Yeah, I would like to have 2 single doors there. Just because, like I don't know, like, I feel like when there's people that are, like, on top of your base, with the garage door being the only way out, given on how slow it opens and closes, you're better off having, like, a couple doors here to work with. Like, you could have 2 teammates up here, one guy push out this door, one guy push out that door, yeah. Real-time update right there, worth. Yeah, there we go. Okay, got a couple doors down. Typical shop right here that I include on all my bases. Just a simple, very easy to access, fill up your shop, yada, yada, yada. You know, we all know about that, of course. And then I currently have 2 wind turbines here. I mean, realistically, you could probably get more if needed, but, I mean, 1 is going to be fine for me. 2 will be overkill for me, personally, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this thing, I suppose, you know? Very simple base. Should be very easy for anybody to do. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, with the starter. Square foundation, triangle foundation. Upper triangle, square, just like that. Then also, 2 triangles just like that. That right there is the starter floor print, okay? You know, it kind of looks like a hawk. It's a hawk vault. I know. It's nice. Yeah, we can go ahead and upgrade all this right here. And now, this is actually optional. You could just have this foundation be upgraded. You could have this open, plant seeds here, put a ceiling light above it, have a, like, simple source of planting crops there. Completely up to you. That is 100% optional. But now just cover this entire thing with walls, except this over here. And then cover 100% of the entire thing with twig floors. Based on the number that I'm seeing down there at the bottom right, I would assume that getting 6K stone would be safe for making this starter base, by the way. Maybe 5K if you're lucky, but I would say 6 just to be safe. Double wood door, double wood door. And then before we actually end up putting down our TC, put down a half wall, do a frame. And then you can put down your TC inside the frame pretty much. Yeah. Wait, why are you guys blocking me? Wait, why are you guys blocking this from working? Are you serious? Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay, cool beans. Yeah, this is something, I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to be doing this every single wipe, but I think that I'm gonna, because just look at it like this, right? If you end up getting raided from, like, the back here, and they get into the TC, pretty much, let me just destroy this. They destroy the TC, and then they can even destroy the strength and glass window. The thing is, this frame right here is going to block them from getting through, pretty much. So, that's why I think it's worth having this, just because it'll make it a little, you know, a little bit more secure if they boom from a specific angle. But yeah, that's why we're doing that. Completely optional, though. You don't have to do that if you don't want. Then go ahead and put a window over that, and that is that. Yes, sir. You know, at this point, you would get, like, your bag down, you know, a few furnaces, a tier 1 bench, a few boxes and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And then let's just say that you were getting ready to get off. I have to make this clear for anybody that is new to making stability bunkers, okay? If you do not have a bag down inside of here and you lock yourself out, you are screwed, you understand? Prioritize making these outer foundation sheets so that people can't go through your front door and pick down to get inside. And then, yeah, put down a half wall there, triangle here, and upgrade that right there to stone, and then you are pretty much all ready to log out for the day. Someone will have to 2C4 this to get inside. There's no way for them to go directly through your doors and get in instantly. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I love stability bunkers. It makes them spend a lot, especially when it's fully armored, right? If it's just stone, obviously not crazy secure. You could work on adding some stone honeycomb out here and whatnot, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into that next. But just wanted to make that clear for anyone that's new to making stability bunkers. That is how they work. Do not forget to get a respawn. But outside this door, we are going to be going with 2 squares. And then aside from the 2 squares, we're going to go ahead and do 4 triangles just like that. You see? Yes, yes, yes. Window here, window there, right? And then door, then everything else is just walls and ceilings, except for right here. We're not going to do a ceiling right there. And actually, come to think of it, this right here is what I'm used to doing. If you want an oil refinery inside your base and not outside, remove these. If you don't care about that, you can just put them here. And later on, even if you want to change your mind and these are stone, you could always just pick them out if you want as well. So, just for the sake of the tutorial, I am going to be removing those though. Yeah, upgrade that. And then actually one more thing that you are going to have to do before you end up putting down an oil refinery, get a frame down right here nice and early, then just destroy the foundation and upgrade that. Put down some windows. Wood window bars are just fine if it's all that you have, but definitely be sure to upgrade sooner than later. And go like this, destroy this, jump up, boom! And then you have access to your second floor. Just like that, yes sir. So this right here should be exactly what you have so far, right? So I was saying now at this point, probably should focus up on honeycomb and getting a pretty strong core. I would prioritize all of your high qual toward the top part of your vault, just like this. And then fill in this left and right gap over here. All of this is going to be is just some honeycomb. Then after you do that, go around the entire base with twig foundations, just like that. Upgrade all of them. And then me personally, after doing the foundations, I like just getting on top of my base and doing the honeycombs because you're a little bit more safe as you're expanding. And actually, you're going to need 400 metal frags for this. I mean, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want. You're never going to be able to access this wall and this wall right here ever again. It's worth upgrading them to sheet just to get it out of the way. And then you can cover it up and work on upgrading all of your other honeycomb to sheet later on. But definitely prioritize getting these floors upgraded before you raise the honeycomb higher up, of course, you know? But yeah, that right there is the honeycomb situations. This right here is what we're sitting on now, right? This right here is what we're sitting on. Definitely not a hawk at this point. Looks more like a wiener. Yeah, and then I mean like the second floor expansion. I mean, come on, man. Just too easy. Do walls all the way around this entire thing. Or you don't have to do it on the honeycomb walls right there. You could just do it on like the inner core walls here if you want to start, but not gonna make too much of a difference of the stone that you use, I feel like. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade all of them now. Yes, yes, yes. Then go ahead and start putting down floors all over the place. This middle one right here, above the middle square, is gonna be left open to get up onto the window floor though, okay? Feels good to be making a new base design, man. It's been like 5 months. I can't believe that it's been that long. Dude, 2025? Oh my gosh. Flying by, bro. Flying by. But then, yeah, I mean, now at this point, the thing that's left open here is the honeycomb. So again, you could leave this open for now and just get off for the day, seal up the top if you want, and call it a day. And you know, play at your own rhythm. But as soon as you start working on you know, covering all this honeycomb here, make sure that you upgrade all those floors right there to sheet just so it's done. And then on top of that, similar situation to before, you're going to want to upgrade these 4 honeycomb walls to sheet because you're not going to be able to access them again after this. So if you want max security, upgrade them to sheet. If you're okay with some stone honeycomb that you can never upgrade again, leave them stone, completely up to you. You can access the outside walls, but not those inner ones, you know? Then we can do a wall down right here and right here. Half walls all the way across, 3 half walls, yes. Upgrade these to sheet. You can upgrade them to stone if you want. You can upgrade them later, you know? Yeah, this is actually something that you can upgrade later if you want. It doesn't have to instantly be sheet, but you definitely want it to be sheet eventually. So I'm just going to upgrade it to sheet here in the video. Same thing with the walls right here. Yeah, this right here is going to be like your way up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then the frame, this is actually kind of important. You need to make sure that it's like this, to where like only half of it is showing at the top. And then also there's a floor right here. And make sure that there's actually not a floor on top of that, because that's going to be used to get up to like your minicopter and whatnot. So yeah, you can just seal off your top just like this. And then, I mean, if all you have is a double sheet door, so be it. Pick it up if you have to get out. But ideally, garage door, of course. And yeah, that's that. Now for the second floor to, like, you know, put down walls and whatnot. Very, very simple. One wall down right there, and then just frames down pretty much everywhere. You're going to have a loot room down right over here, though. And as with all my bases that I recommend, just go back to the tour if you need help furnishing. It gives you a general idea on how to furnish. But again, I do push people to furnish it however you want in your own style, because when you use base designs, there's people that will know the base design that you're using as they raid you. And if they know where everything perfectly is, gives them a slight advantage, of course. Yeah, but then a floor there, floor here, and again, frames pretty much just everywhere, you know? You could throw down like a single door right here if you're someone that wants to throw in singles here and there. I like to do it sometimes myself, but most people just want garage doors, so I guess that's gonna be what we do, you know? And I mean, I guess that I will put down like some barrels super quick, like just to kind of, you know, show how I would be going about this whole thing. I will say, like, the whole shift mechanic to put down barrels, it makes it too easy, bro. Putting barrels down used to take time. It used to be kind of a skill of its own, you know, and like how fast you could do it. But yeah, loot room there, loot room there, loot room here. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Then actually, downstairs, did I forget to do this? Yeah, but not like it's really a big deal. You're gonna have a floor down right here. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you don't want a floor there for whatever reason because of how you're furnishing the base. And hey, I respect it. I'm here to give you a simple, quick, easy guide on how to make a base, all right? You furnishing should be your own fun little project, right? I feel like that's fair. But yeah, this right here is what we have so far, friends. This right here is what we have so far. Let me go ahead and close this garage door. This is what we have so far. Now, obviously, the more and more that you progress in the game, you're going to be wanting to upgrade all of your honeycomb to sheet and whatnot. That goes without saying. Again, this right here is like the final form of the base. So yeah, which even this right here is still not final form for what some people will get. Some people will have their entire window floor sheeted up and whatnot, which is good for MLRS rockets and whatnot. It'll help absorb damage instead of just wiping out your entire window floor. This is just what I think my end game will be, right? Just me personally, but upgrade the entire thing to sheet if you can afford it, of course. That goes without saying. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the window floor now, friends. You know, it feels so good to have a window floor that's just so easy to make. It feels absolutely great. So this right here is the peaks, right? That right there is where the triangles are at from a above view. That is the only triangles that you are going to be placing. Aside from that, we're going to have one door right there, and then one door right here. Top view one more time, just like that, right? Now these doors are optional. You could have windows if you want, right? Remix up this base however you want. But then just pretty much go around the entire thing with windows. And then I would recommend placing down like some frames, like 2 frames over here toward the front of the base, and then also like a frame here and a frame here. You can place down frames all over though if you want. But yeah, then just cover literally everything with twig floors except this spot right here that we already know is going to be going up to the minicopter garage. And then upgrade it all to stone, obviously. Or sheet, if you just have, like, a shitload of metal frags and you can handle the upkeep of that, you go for it, Buster. And done. Easy. So then now with these peaks, the way to do it, just place down a door frame on the right side of each one when you look at them, you know? That's how you go about that. Just like that. And then actually, let me go ahead and count how many windows you're going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13 windows, ladies and gentlemen. And then 1, 2, 6 doors. And that doesn't even include these 2 doors right here. So I guess 8 doors. These doors right here open out. Now, it might seem weird to some people to, like, have 2 doors here. But it's just more of, like, if your window floor is occupied and, like, you and a homie are here, one guy push right, one guy push left, you guys both open, boom, you know? Push out 2 different sides. You know, yeah, little things like that I feel like can kind of help at different times. Feel free to adjust it if you don't like it. Also, feel free to add garage doors here if you don't like the singles. Singles are just necessary sometimes, I feel like, just because they open and shut faster, which can be helpful throughout, you know, certain times, but it's all personal preference. But then, yeah, pretty much to get up here now, right? Place down a double door frame directly on top of the other one, just like this. There's going to be a floor on top of this. Place walls all the way around. Just like that. Floor up top. This right here is going to be your turret pod for your minicopter garage. And the minicopter garage, we're going to have 2 doors just like that. We ended up making that adjustment in real time over there. And this right here is pretty much going to be the minicopter garage, you know? Plus a little bit over here at the front. So yeah, we're going to be placing down 2 frames just like this. Stone floors just like that. And then a platform like that. You can make wood or stone, doesn't really matter. And then this is also optional. You can place down some, I actually won't even make those stone. You can place down some low walls right there, just so like your minicopter doesn't like fall off or anything. I kind of like that personally. But then yeah, frame here and cover everything up and upgrade it all. Man, you gotta love a simple base. Like, is it the best of the best base in the game? Well, yes, of course. But I mean, like, on a serious level, like, listen, I've never been known to be, like, a crazy builder in this game. I'm far from. My building knowledge, not the best. But I do feel like my approach with stability bunkers is handy for the people that enjoy this style, you know? It is ultra simple to memorize, and it's secure at that, you know? It's not ultra secure, you know? Like, it doesn't have, like, 2 layers of honeycomb, but, you know, it's a compact base, right? Pretty much all my bases to get to TC is always gonna be sheet wall, armored wall, endgame. But again, like, the challenge of it becomes, okay, if they can get to my core that easily, right? Them getting to my core doesn't have to be everything, though. I'm still gonna have loot that's way over here in the front, right here, with like electric furnaces. I'm still gonna have loot all the way over here. So like that's the balance, right? Like that's so yeah. I just like having my loot spread out throughout the whole freaking thing. But then yeah, coming up here, if you want to make you know, some wind turbines, you would do it right there, and right there, you know. And I'd upgrade these platforms to sheet. Even though, I mean, realistically, someone probably won't pick those out. But yeah, is that already everything? Holy shit. That might have been the fastest that I've ever made a base. Yeah, oh yeah, here, man. Let me actually see. How easy does the oil refinery place down in here? And this, oh yeah, very easy. Stupid easy. Love it. And then, yeah, I mean, if it's not already obvious enough, be, you know, upgrading your doors. Spam down a bunch of different double door frames and whatnot. Yeah. Oh yeah, then actually, here inside the core, this is another thing that's optional. You could also just do this early game. Maybe I should have shown this from the jump. Add a triangle right here. You can add some more stuff on top of the triangle if you want. Or you could even do a square if you want. The thing is, if you do a square, it's like, it'll get complicated with getting over here to like this loot room. Because eventually, you're going to be going like that right there. Upgrading this. You're going to be having barrels up here and whatnot. And, you know, it's like if you have a square here, it's like, nah. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of a square. And even like these large boxes, like barrels are just like, barrels are king. It's a pay-to-win environment. It sucks, I know, but that's the times we're living in. If you don't have barrels, I wish you luck, sir. I wish you luck, you know? But yeah, I mean, crap, is that everything? I mean, aside from that, you know, it's just about putting down doors, upgrading as you go. Again, refer back to the tour if you need help with any sort of furnishing and whatnot, of course. Make sure you're upgrading everything, man. Throughout time, especially like these floors right here underneath this loot room. Do not leave these right here stone, because someone could literally go through your front door, pick up, boom, they got loot. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to prioritize making those at least sheet, if not armored endgame. Holy crap, dude, my room is so hot right now. Dude, summer's about to be over. I am so happy. Yeah, I want to say that's pretty much everything, dude. But I guess it's something that I actually am going to show is how to make an external TC. If I can actually remember, because external TCs are different to do now, so. They changed the way that roof stability works, so honestly, I'd just recommend going and watching some other content creators' tutorials on external TCs, but I'm going to give it my best shot right now, right? So I just built off of this side right here. So you could do one off this side, and then maybe even the back as well, if you can figure it out, you know? I'm here to deliver a simple base. When it comes to these new externals, not really a big fan, mate. I think that you would need something kind of like this, though, right? One triangle, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares triangle. And then on this triangle on the end, you would pretty much just go like this right here, you know? Just like that right there, yeah. Put down a TC inside. Put down some walls, put down a window right here. And then a triangle with, I don't know, 2 double doors, 2 garage doors, you know, whatever you can really afford, friend. I mean, making your external TC entirely sheet would probably be the best thing. But I do want to let it be clear, I'm doing this just for the people that may need it and don't want to go looking at different videos. I'm giving you my best attempt at making an external TC in 2025, which, yes, I think this right here is going to work. You would want to upgrade all these foundations right here to sheet so they can't pick them out. Upgrade all these frames right here to stone, but you have to leave the one inside of here twig, okay? Then you'd have garage door, with a window sealing it off right there. And then the way that you would pretty much destroy this, if someone raids you, and you need to put down a new TC inside, but this one right here took over, which is nice. You would just come in here, destroy this, and then that disconnects it. And then at that point, you can go ahead and put down your new TC. And then after your new TC's down, you simply come back out here, put down this twig, put down another one, upgrade, and then you're back to where you started. Now again, there could be better ways to do this. I don't know if this is still the primary way that people are doing it, but that's the only way I currently know how as a goose builder. So yeah, I thought that I would include that real quick here at the end. Yeah, we didn't forget anything, right? I don't think so. Okay, I mean, again, man, very simple base. Very simple base. I mean, all my bases are... I would say that all my bases are the same level of difficulty, you know? It's just a variety of the same thing. We just kind of remix it in different ways. Sometimes there are, like, little improvements. Like, the oil refinery thing is, you know, the whole style of my base evolving. Like, it's nice to have that inside the base, right? Not all my stability bunkers have an oil refinery inside of it, so I am happy that that's incorporated. And again, it's optional. It doesn't have to be here. You can just have 2 foundations there if you want. I suppose that I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Wipe is around the corner, but there's actually still one day that I'm going to have to record a video for until Wipe, to my daily viewers that watch every single day. Yeah, aside from that, subscribe for more Goose builds over the years. Appreciate the love and support. Comment October if you were able to make it all the way here to the end of the video. I appreciate you and your time. And I wish you a very nice day, my friend. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.